That's better. So here's where I'd usually say, hello everyone, Lexitan Gaming here, you there, but today it's a bit different. And obviously it is if you've seen the title of the video. What's happened is one of my all-time favourite YouTubers, Billy Chaser of the Game Chasers, has unfortunately passed away. So I've just come back from holiday in Rome, which is why I haven't really cleaned myself up. Got a bit of stuff going on here, and I woke up one morning to the news that Billy had succumbed to his illness, which was brain tumor cancer, and it never, like, a celebrity death has never made me cry on the spot once learning about the news. I'd watch like tribute videos and stuff, and that would make me well up. But as soon as I saw Jay's post on the Game Chasers Facebook page, I was gone. I welled up and yeah, I cried. Which is crazy, obviously, because I never knew him personally. I just watched him, and that just shows how much of an impact he can have. You don't even have to meet the guy, and you get you feeling like that. So, and I've seen a lot of videos from his friends and his close friends on YouTube, and a lot of tributes being paid. And I kind of feel like I have no right to do a video about him, but I'd like to talk about one of the people that got me into this little thing that I'm trying to start up, which is Billy. I stumbled across the Game Chasers just before I went to university, which I was 18, so I'm 28 now. So going on 10 years, probably 10 plus years now. And one day, I can't even remember how I stumbled across them, but like, once I started the first episode of the Game Chasers, I could not stop. And it was like, because it got my love back for retro gaming. I'd always kind of loved it, but at that point, I had no money to collect, so it was kind of like, it was a bit hard to think about it. But watching that show, it just brought my passion back, if that makes any sense. And to be honest, that's not what kept me there. What kept me there was the friendships you see on the show with everyone, with his partner Jay. He is the other main game chaser, but they've got they call it the YouTube family. They've got a whole family of people on there. There's so many. Like 8-Bit Eric stands out as one. OK Chief. Just people that I followed for the last 10 years, 10 plus years. And this massive group of people, just their chemistry on these Game Chaser episodes was just like off the hook. And it comes out on screen, which is just, that's what kept me coming back, was these group of guys just acting like complete goofs. I think it's fair to say. It made you feel like you were there with them, like you were doing this with them, you were on the chase with them, and it was addicting to say the least. I literally, it took me like 2 or 3 weeks just before I went to university, and I'd watched them all, and I've watched them all ever since then. I've watched pretty much everything they've put out ever since then, like even on like Shady J's personal his secondary YouTube channel. One that comes up to my mind on that was The Argument. If you've ever seen it, just, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, just go look it up. It is like one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. Not just in gaming, but in my life. So yeah, I just wanted to come on here, and I don't know what to say. I didn't know Billy didn't know me. I knew him from what he portrayed on camera, which seems to look like he was an amazing guy off camera as well. Going off all of his friends' tributes that have come out, all the videos that I've seen so far. Still, as of recording, Jay hasn't done a video. He said he would on the Facebook channel, I believe. On the Facebook page, sorry. I don't know what to... I'm not sure where I'm going with this. I just kind of wanted to show my appreciation for Jay and Billy, to be honest with you. But obviously, with Billy's passing, more directed towards him. I just wanted to say, just thank you. That's the title. What this video is going to be is thank you, Billy, for everything you've done for the gaming community, for everything you've done for me, because you have, without knowing, you did a lot for me. I, like Billy, I saw, I'd followed him on Twitter for years, and I'd seen that he was quite open about his mental health, and he had a few issues there. And, same here. I've been fairly open about mine. And to see someone who I looked up to so much talk so openly and honest about it helped me go through my times. And more than that, just watching them, all of you guys, 8-Bit Eric, Jay, everyone, just watching you do your thing on YouTube, on the Game Chasers, or on your own channels. Like, when all of you together, it's just magic. And whenever I was feeling down, it didn't take me long to feel back up. So just thank you all for that. What a lot of people might not understand is, before Game Chasers, that the YouTube gamer, retro gaming, like, especially, scene was more like what I've done in my last video, where I just talk about these new games that I've got, and I just waffle and I talk, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. Billy brought this, like, Melvo, I've heard him, who is Jay's brother, say that it's a TV production on YouTube, which makes, like, all the sense in the world, because that is exactly how it felt. It just felt like I was watching a TV show. And a lot of people followed that. There was a few that definitely took inspiration. Not saying that, they stole ideas or whatever, but let's be honest, they kind of did, which I'm sure Billy loved. So from a fan's point of view, which is me, I just wanted to come on here and say just what the Game Chasers as a whole, did for me. I've already said it, but I wouldn't be sat here on my own little YouTube channel if it wasn't for them. So I remember watching, like, the first few episodes and just being like, wow, like, how much fun are they having just doing what they love to do? Like, just talk shit with their friends and play games and looking for games. It just, that little family just looked like just a great time. And yeah, it was one of my goals to always try and get on an episode. I mean, that's just not going to happen. I mean, it never would have happened. But I just wanted to say, from a proud member of the Chode Nation, thanks for that, by the way, because I had to Google what chode meant, because I didn't actually know. It's not a very common word around here in Wales. And yeah, so thanks for that. I had to Google it and find out. But I am a proud member of the Chode Nation. And whatever happens from here on, I'll always be a proud member. So thanks for watching my little video. I hope it makes a little bit of sense in what I was trying to convey, just my appreciation and love for Billy and the Game Chasers as a whole. So my thoughts really go out to all of Billy's close friends, and of course his family, his wife and his son. Really, really feel for them at this moment. I can't imagine the pain, to be honest with you. So again, thank you for everything, Billy. Thanks to the Game Chasers for everything, everyone involved in the whole thing. Cheers.